an opportunity already to discuss that question, but for us to hear about the overall responses or your reflection to the overall responses to your own question.
Can I ask what their question was?
Yes, sure.
Okay, sorry. Our question was, what is the connection between Noga and Kemekuna? Is Onkonko ill-fated as well, or is Onkonko meant to always have an ill-fated person in his life?
Other groups, things you want to share out about the experience in terms of the answer to your question? You feel like it's important that your classmates are aware of something potentially?
So our question was, to what extent does hypermasculinity destroy potential relationships between fathers and their children? And most people answered that it will cause the child to become emotionally unstable, or cause them to become something that they're not. Or they don't want any feminine qualities in like their children, and it would just become this kind of cycle thing where like the child would constantly end up resenting their father because of the way they're raised, and they may or may not put that off onto their children.
Something over here?
So our question was, how does Algonquin's disrespect towards like the gods, how does that mirror today's like rebellious behavior and disrespect towards authorities in our current generation? So one of the answers that kind of caught my eye was that Algonquin feels like the gods are holding him back and he wants to be pushed forward, and that kind of relates to kids today, how they feel like the adults are holding us back and like they don't get what we're trying to accomplish, and so like it causes to push and like go against what they want for us, what we think is best. But yeah. And then, yeah.
Different answers, so it kind of shows how like a lot of you guys have different perspectives of our generation.
What were the most striking observations about your own generation? Either just two different things, or if there are two things that are in stark contrast to each other regarding the perception of the current generation and their rebelliousness, so to speak.
Well, there was one that said that they felt like Algonquin wasn't like disciplined enough as a child, so that caused him to kind of be like he kind of worked the system in a way, like he was only respectful and everything when he needed to be to get what he wanted, and then the one about the gods are holding him back and that he wanted to push forward. They were all kind of like, a lot of them, they were like different but like similar ideas in a way, like that he wasn't disciplined enough, and that because of there was no father figure to say this is the rights and wrongs, this is how you do it, that he eventually turned out how he was, and he kind of like what they were saying too, how because he was trying to be perfect, he like kind of like put down everybody who wasn't to get to where he felt like he needed to be, and kind of disrespected people in the process to get there.
Okay. So this question, I'm guessing because of the variation in responses, was one of the more open ones in terms of interpretation. I'd like to hear from other people who experienced this question but didn't write it. Did you like that type of question better or worse? And why or why not? Why, basically.
Yeah. Our group liked it a lot, because then it gave us more room to kind of, wiggle around the answers that were already said. And like they said, that there's a lot of perspectives that played a hand in that answer, and I really like that, because the majority of us here have different perspectives on everything, and so it was a lot more open. It was a lot easier to kind of relate to our personal experiences as well.
I personally liked it better just because there was like a bigger window for like a correct-ish answer, and like I could answer it in a way that I felt was more correct to me, and like questions like that more like reveal people's like personalities, I guess.
Yeah, I guess like for the purpose of a World Cafe, like where like you're supposed to be discussing, like that's a discussion question. It's room for discussion. It's not like well this is like this set of problems.
I feel like the more like open questions tie into the fact that it is a big one and trying to like teach us a lesson. So like relating it to our lives, it's easier for us to like kind of more understand like what it's trying to teach us.
Okay. Does anyone feel differently? Is there anyone that thinks that the more text-based questions, or what are some benefits to the other type, the more high level to more text-based questions? What are the benefits of that style in this structure? Jen, what do you think?
Oh, I was just saying, the benefit of that is you can just literally go back into your record and put the answers and just do that.
Sure.
You can give out specific examples and have like, and like one example can be interpreted in different ways. So it still kind of has the open-ended without really having it.
Good. Any other last minute, especially from people who this is your first time doing a World Cafe, any particular realizations that you had about the process of extreme likes or dislikes about this discussion style versus an open forum or Socratic seminar or other type, right?
I definitely like this more than the Socratic seminar because I felt like I wasn't like put on pressure to answer like in front of everybody, and I didn't feel like I had to fight to say what I wanted to say. So
Did every group that traveled, did everyone in every group get a chance to speak today? Were there any groups where one of your members did not say a single thing the whole rotation? Thank you for that. Anything else before we close the activity?
Let's have a World Cafe next
You wanna,
time.
Yeah. So let's have a World Cafe next time. What?
No, real
Oh,
cafe.
a real cafe, absolutely.
Food.
Next time we do this, we'll make, yeah, sure.
Does it have to be like a theme?
No, just have to actually think, we stuff ahead of time when we do like something, similar kind of theme. And, what we'll have to do though is we'll have to make sure we do it in the cafeteria, because we can't, you know, I don't wanna take the chance of ruining the carpet, but yeah, absolutely next time it comes around. That is my eventual hope for a structure like this. It does make it kind of a little bit more fun and creative. Erin, something else you wanted to?
I was going to say that.
Okay, write
Give me a second.
it on a post-it if you remember.
I like this better because it's you cover more of the story rather than just like focusing very strongly on one point. But I also don't like it because I feel like it's a bit too short and I can't say like everything I want to say and I can't like really ponder like the question.
Okay,
So you
good.
have time limit.
Yeah.